Hey guys, it's Shannon. It is time for another episode of Ready Set Shop, and these are the videos that I post every Saturday that gives you kind of a shopping list of ideas of products that you could maybe take a look at during the coming week while you're out and about, you know, doing your normal shopping, doing what you do. The first thing I want to show you is the nail polish that I have on my nails. This is the Sally Hansen Maximum Growth Nourishing Nail Color. This is an older nail polish. It's number 17, Tangerine Joy. I'm just showing it to you for my nail girls who will want to know what I have on. This is one of those colors, I'll just tell you briefly, this is one of those colors I would have been really drawn to when I was a kid. It kind of has that opalescent, iridescent sort of look to it. These colors were, you know, really popular when I was little. They kind of were the interesting colors because colors back then were a lot more limited than they are now. I mean, things were called nail lacquer because they were lacquer, you know, for a reason. So the polishes that had kind of the opalescent sort of finish and a little bit of iridescence to them, those were my favorites, whether it was peach or pink or what have you. And so I was really drawn to those, and it's funny because, you know, they were opalescent before opalescent was a word in the makeup industry. You know, we just didn't talk back then about pigmentation and color payoff and chalkiness and opalescent and iridescent and that kind of thing. Back then we didn't have that vocabulary that we have now, basically thanks to YouTube. So anyway, I just thought it was fun to kind of show you. I'm curious to know what kind of colors you were attracted to when you were a kid, so let me know down in the information bar below, or if you had a favorite, you know, I'd like to know what that is. Okay, the first thing I'm going to show you, this is the Avon Super Drama Mascara, and the reason I'm showing it to you is because they have it now in waterproof. So this is the waterproof black. I've got the black, I've got the brown, and I've got the waterproof black, and so I just thought I would show you the fact that it's waterproof. I've showed you this before, but the brush is interesting because if you turn the brush this way, it's little, the bristles are kind of like little blades, sort of like a ceiling fan or a windmill. So if you slice this up this way, it would look like little miniature ceiling fans. The formulation on the waterproof is very similar to the formulation of the Wash Off Waterproof Mascara. It has kind of the same intensity and sort of pigmentation color payoff as the Wash Off Waterproof does. It goes on a little heavier, I think, because of the wand. I've told you before that the way the wand works, it kind of takes little groups of your lashes and sort of puts them together, so you have sort of these little segments of lashes. So it gives you a look that's in between spidery and defined individualized lashes. And so because of that, it makes your lashes look a little more intense than the Wash Off Waterproof Mascara does. But it's easier to get off than the Extra Lasting formulation is. The Extra Lasting formula definitely goes on, stays on, and it's harder to remove, you know, even with the makeup remover, unless you have a really good one. This one is easier to remove than the Extra Lasting. So to me it feels like the same formula as the Wash Off Waterproof. It just applies differently because it's got a different wand. Next are a couple of cream blushes. These are the Revlon Photo Ready cream blushes. The pink one is Flushed, which is number 200, and the peach one is Pinched, which is number 100. These were introduced at the beginning of summer. I thought that they were going to be just like a seasonal color, but they're still kind of hanging around. They actually haven't seemed to sell very well, and I think the reason is they were priced a little too high. I mean, they were like between $12 and $13 a piece, and which is why I didn't buy them, even though I wanted them. And it wasn't until I had a whole lot of CVS bucks and they were doing a buy one get one, so I basically got them for free, that I decided to go ahead and purchase them. So if you've been looking at these, they are worth getting. They're really pretty. The Flushed one is a pretty pink, and it looks really bright, but it really goes on really nicely. Well, you can't even see that because of my light, can you? It goes on real nice as a pretty pink, and you know, you can blend it out nicely too. The peach obviously is a little bit lighter. And Probably will have to put a little more on so you can see the color for this one. So this one is a little bit lighter in pigmentation, but it does give you a nice peachy natural flush to the cheeks. So I actually really like these. They are really nice. I understand why they're not selling very quickly. I think it's just based on the pricing. You know, $13 for a blush, that's the cost of a high-end blush. So Revlon is pushing it a little bit with these products, with the pricing on these products. But if you can get a buy one get one deal, or if you have CVS bucks or Ulta bucks or something to spend, then definitely get these if you've been looking at them, because they are really nice and pretty. They apply really well on the cheeks. I'm going to show you a little experiment here in a second, because I did apply them with my fingers first, and they went on nicely that way, and then I used a stippling brush. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the stippling brush, because that was my next product. This is the Real Techniques by Samantha Chapman stippling brush. You can get these at Ulta. I bought this because I wanted a stippling brush specifically for the cheeks, specifically for cream cheek products. And I have this, and I have the blusher brush, and I've showed you guys the blush brush before. The jury is still out for me on whether I like these or not, and I really want to like them. I mean, they're gorgeous brushes. They have definitely different and interesting sizes and shapes and styles. They really are soft. But I feel like these, for some reason, I feel like they absorb product. And they shouldn't be actually absorbing product, because they're not natural hair bristles. You know, they're synthetic fibers. But for some reason, when you use these, the color seems to disappear or to stick to the brush more than it applies to the face. Particularly with the blush brush, it definitely sticks to the brush. You will see more pigmentation on the brush than you will see applied to the face. This one, the color just kind of seems to, I don't know, just disappear. It's like it's not necessarily on the brush, but it's not necessarily on your face either. So I'm not sure how I feel about these, but I do think they are really nice brushes. I really want to like them. And so if you're thinking about them, I would say for now, just get it and try it. And if you love it, then you love it. If you don't love it, take it back. That's all I can tell you right now. But they have all different kinds of brushes, so you know there's a brush for just about anything. So I'm going to do a little experiment here with these blushes. I'm going to use the pink one just so that you can see it on my hand, because I just want to kind of show you, and maybe we can kind of decide together what I think about it. But you know, if I apply this blush with my finger, I mean, not only can I, you know, yes, I can, you know, kind of pat it on and get more color payoff, because I'm just sort of patting it onto my skin. But you know, if I put this on and blend it, I get a nice, oh, can you see it? I'm going to be sad if you guys can't see it because of the glare of the computer. Well, yeah, you can kind of see it. You know, you get a nice sort of pink flush to the skin. So I'm going to use the stippling brush now, and I'm just going to get down in there, and I'm really, you know, I'm really getting down into the product. I mean, you saw me, I was kind of digging in there. So here is the application with my finger. I'm going to put the application with the brush over here. And whether I stipple it on or blend it on, it doesn't really matter. You guys can see I'm not getting the color from the brush onto my skin. And it's not really, I mean, you can see a little bit of the color in the brush, but it's not like the color is in the brush either. So where is it going? It's like a magic trick. It's just disappearing into thin air. So I'm going to go back and get some more, and we'll try again. I mean, I'm really, you know, I'm digging in there. I'm leaving dents and marks in the product. You can see the color on the brush. Normally when you stipple a product on, it applies pretty thickly. And then when you blend it, you're blending it out. But it's not even applying thickly. I mean, when I blend it, it's like I'm blending it away. You can see it a little bit now that I've gone back and put, you know, a second big dose on, but you're still not getting the color payoff here that you got here with just one little swipe of my finger. I mean, I didn't get nearly as much product off when I was in there with my finger as I had to digging the stippling brush in. So there's that. So anyway, tell me what you guys think about these, because I am not having a whole lot of luck with them, and I really want to like them. So use your judgment if you buy these. I would say if you're unsure, try it, and you might find a product that it works better with than these. Maybe it's just this product it doesn't work with. I haven't tried it with any other cream products yet. This was the first time that I tried it, so we will see. But I felt the same way about the blush brush, and I have used the blush brush with loose powder and solid powdered blushes, so there you have it. Next up is an eyeshadow quad. This is part of the gift with purchase that I received from Ulta that I've been telling you guys about for the last couple weeks. The colors here are Silk, Platinum, Gold Dust, and Granite. And when I was looking at these at first, I thought they kind of have a little bit of a satiny finish, but they also have texture to them, and it's the kind of texture that you often see in sort of those $1 or $5 palettes that you find a lot of times at Christmas that aren't really the best quality. And so I was a little bit concerned that these were going to be super chalky or have a lot of fallout, but they actually ended up being really, really nice. They do have a little bit of a powderiness to them when they're applied, but they still blend really nicely together, and they go on the skin really nicely, so it really doesn't seem to affect the overall application of the shadow. So here are the swatches, and I don't think you can see the silk color. It's a pretty good match for my skin tone, so it's right here, but you've got, here's the silver color here as well. So these are just nice little shadows. I'm not really sure, I'll try to look up online. I'm not really sure if you can buy these quads or if they sell these eyeshadows separately, or if they were just part of the gift with purchase. So I will, check into that, and as always, I put links to everything down in the information bar below. So if I find them as, individual eyeshadows or that kind of thing, I will link everything down there. But just really nice shadows. There's a second quad that I'm going to show you probably next week. And I was actually surprised. I've not really ever used any of the Ulta eyeshadows. I've told you guys before, the Ulta products, I don't think they are talked about enough. They are really nice products, and I really haven't ever been disappointed with them. You see people talk about the nail polishes quite a bit, but the actual makeup itself you don't see as much. And they do a lot of buy one get one offers, and reduced clearance pricing or sale pricing, not necessarily clearance. But so if you haven't ever taken a look at any of their products, you really should give them a try. They really have some really pretty quads and a lot of nice colors. These I wore a day or two ago in a video that I made, and they actually were really nice on the skin, and they blended really well together. No muddiness, no fallout, so I would say give them a shot if you haven't before. And I saved the lip products for last. I'm still trying to get through my lip product kick. So I have 3 to show you today. The first one is one of the Smooth Minerals lip glosses from Avon. The color is bronze. These are a clearance product now. The Smooth Minerals line came out a couple of years ago, and when mineral products were really big. So these are a clearance product, so you do need to look like in the outlet catalog, and sometimes they have them in there, and then sometimes they take them out and then they put them back in. So if you don't see it right now, wait for 2 weeks and check again. But these are really nice glosses, and they have really good color payoff. So this is, obviously a bronzy color. You can put them on really as thinly as you want. I wore this really thinly over just my lip liner. I had filled my lips in with my lip liner and then just used this as a sheer wash of color, and it was really nice. But obviously, I could increase the pigmentation on that very easily and have just a nice solid color. And they do have this one has kind of like a gold shimmery undertone to it. I think you can see it there. Kind of that breaks through that bronziness. So really nice lip glosses. They feel really good on the lips. They are nice and slick, and they last a pretty long time on your lips. Now they are going to transfer. They are the kind that if you're drinking from a cup or something, they're going to transfer to that. But if you're not eating or anything like that, you will find that you'll get a full day's wear out of just one application with it easily. So next, this is one of the new Maybelline lip glosses, and the number is 90, and it's Electric Shock. And this is kind of a bright bubblegummy pink, and I wanted to try this one. They had a lot of different colors, and there were other colors that I was more attracted to color-wise than this one. but I felt like if these are a flop, that this was going to be the one that was going to prove that, because this would be the one that would be really pretty in the tube and then would go on, you know, practically clear or with not much color. But these actually do have decent color to them, and you know, obviously it's a doe foot applicator. They do kind of go on sheer when you apply them. I mean, here you can see that I'm getting good pigmentation, but as you spread it out, it does sheer out just a little bit. But I sort of found that I put it on the lips and I was like, okay, it sheers out some, but I can still see color. And then when I went back and looked again, it's almost like the color sort of intensified a little bit, and then I was like, okay, I really can see the color. So these, I wanted them to be nice, but they ended up being even nicer than I expected. I actually was kind of expecting to be a little bit disappointed. And so I think if you are thinking about picking any of these up, I think that you should. They had some that kind of have a little more of a glittery, shimmery finish, and then some like these that are just more of a solid, opaque color. There's a gorgeous red one that I think I would like to try, and you know, it's tomato red. That would be probably the next color that I would buy, which is going to be unusual for a lot of you. A lot of you probably would not pick that color, but if you're feeling daring, go get the red one. And last this week is one of the Glazewear Vita Luscious lip glosses, and I have this one in the shade Vita Pink. So it's just a pretty kind of light nude sort of pink. It's pink with kind of a fleshy undertone to it. So it's definitely not peach, it's definitely pink, but it's just a nice skin toned, mildly blue based pink. So this will look good on anyone. Anybody could use this one. Okay, so that's it for this week. If you have any questions about anything, let me know as always. And again, links, anything I can find is always down in the information bar below. So let me know what you're shopping for this week. I'd like to hear. And if you have a haul video or a shopping video or a recommendations video similar to this one, then load it down below as a video response so that I can take a look at it, because I like to see what you guys are picking up and buying and trying as well. So see you next time. Bye.